So welcome to episode 5 of Chefs and Lambos by Chef David Hill. And today I have a wonderful guest, an old friend, and a Romanian chef. I'll let you introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Chef Daniela Craciun. I'm coming from Romania, Transylvania, where Conte Dracula is coming from. I'm not related with him, but you never know. And I'm from Romania, beautiful country.
Very interesting.
Yes.
And I was just going to ask, when did you actually come to Florida? Like, what year was that? And tell me about your first job.
Was 2008. I moved to United States from Italy. I lived in Italy for 9 years.
Okay.
I worked with the best chef there. Was a wonderful experience.
Romanian chef?
No, Italian
chef.
chef.
Okay,
Italian
okay.
chefs.
Gotcha.
Yes, and very open-minded people. Like, oh God, was amazing. I'm still friends with them after so many years. Then was 13 years ago. I moved to United States after the crash, the market crash. You remember?
Probably
2008?
around 2000. Yeah.
2000.
Okay,
yeah. That I moved then. And I was looking for a job. Like, I was a single mom with 2 girls, 11 and 12. And I was looking for a job. And they say, oh, we pay you $10 per hour. I say, excuse me? Then my sister and I decide to open a restaurant in the worst time possible. Like, we like challenges.
Which was your name, Daniela's?
Daniela's restaurant.
Yes. So what year was that?
Was 2009.
2009.
Was September 2009. And I have the restaurant for 8 years.
Good for you. I mean, that's a long time.
It was amazing. Was such an amazing experience.
Now, but that spot, when you bought it, was it already a restaurant that you were taking over?
No.
Okay, so tell me about it.
Was a cuisine, a fast food.
So like a sub shop.
Yes.
Submarine sandwich.
Then,
okay.
Because we are Romanian, we like challenges. We don't like stuff easy, you know.
Yeah.
Then we build the restaurant for the bottom up. I remember we have 33 inspection to open the restaurant, and when the last one came and say, you ready to go, we start just hugging, my sister and I hugging and start crying because finally we did it.
Yeah.
It was very, very hard in Naples to open a restaurant.
I bet.
And do.
But you've never done that before, right?
No.
You've never been through an opening?
No.
So how did you you just learned, or did you have somebody that helped you along the way?
No, actually we just learned. We are very how you say in English, like autosufficient. We like to learn.
Resourceful.
Yes, like.
Gotcha.
My sister put the tile, we paint the whole restaurant, we just build everything together, and it's what we did.
Yeah.
And our culture is different. Do it yourself, learn to do it. It's not like you call somebody and do it, And we didn't have so much resource, like money. We don't want people like a stranger to come to invest in our business. We want to do it together.
Own it yourselves.
Yes.
Yeah, got you.
Yes.
But when you were going through that process, how did you even know what equipment you wanted? Did somebody had to help you with that?
We make a business plan. And I work in the restaurant in Italy for 9 years. Like, I work with the best oven. We have Rational. I think it's the best in the world, And
so you kind of envisioned what was there. You're going to build it kind of the same way?
Yeah,
okay.
We kind of build it, like the same way like in Italy. We have more stuff because I make everything from scratch, my own pasta, my own sausage. They are my traditional, my family recipes. Yes, I have a lot of family recipes and I use them in my food. And I just I start at very, very young age. My mom teach me to cook. Then putting the Italian cuisine together, an Italian tradition with my Romanian tradition and the Hungarian tradition, was just a wonderful combination.
Okay.
And
it sounds good.
yeah, and I remember fighting with my sister for years because she wants spaghetti and meatballs in the menu, and I say sorry, but that it's non-Italian.
Yeah.
It's non. I say American.
It's like American.
It's American style.
Yeah.
No, I say I want to give American a really good experience. Like instead of traveling to Italy, you travel to Daniela restaurant and you eat really food, you know. Then yes, I was amazing to go through that journey and teach me so much.
But I think like what I'm hearing is like with your cooking,
Yeah.
you are self-taught. You didn't go to a culinary school?
No, I never
Okay.
went to a culinary school. I don't think necessary to go if you are
Yeah, that's true.
If you just want to learn, like I start for the bottom and go very fast up, you know, because it's who we are. It's we learn to, you know, to grow on our own, and nobody's telling you what to do. Like, don't tell me what to do because I will kick your ass. You know? Sorry. Like, I'm very, very independent.
Yeah.
Like, and I love to learn.
But as a child, you learned from your mother
My mom,
and family.
yes.
But like even as a kid, you just knew this is what I want to be as a chef? Or did you have another plan like, hey, maybe I'll go into fashion or something?
No, like
Always
it's I grew up in a communist country. Was hard to survive.
Sure.
Like, then you need to put food on the table with very, very little ingredients. Then it's how the survivor mechanism kick in, and you just cook. You need to cook the best food with a little bit of ingredients. And from where you learn and grow, you know, you expand for that perspective. Then imagine when you have a restaurant and you buy all organic ingredients and the best, and you make everything from scratch and you give that to a customer, they're in heaven. Like, I have a lot of customers like coming from Miami, Tampa, because it was the only restaurant, Romanian, Hungarian, Italian restaurant in Southwest Florida.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay. I
they
didn't know
come,
that.
yes, and we have Romanian music. We have a wonderful violin player.
So there's no Romanian restaurants in
No.
Miami? Like, do you think till this date, or do you think now there is?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm very picky going to
yeah.
eat to other restaurants. I know to make my own food.
Yeah.
Then, you know,
But so you had people from all over coming over.
Yes, and I remember like the last wedding I did before the hurricane came, Hurricane Irma. You remember?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, they supposed to get married on Sunday at the restaurant, and we did the wedding on Thursday because the hurricane was coming, and all people from all over the world came because she was Romanian. And they need to do the wedding.
Yeah.
You know, let's do it days before. Then we did it because, like, I have such great memories. Like, I used to have a customer every year for her birthday came, and she just want crepes with sugar because it's how she grew up in Romania. You know, like, we have wonderful, wonderful memories of the restaurant.
I remember, though, when you reached out to me, you were saying something like, I see what you're doing. I want to step away from the restaurant.
Yes.
Tell me about this decision and kind of what you were thinking back then.
Then restaurant business, it's 16 to 24 hours work a day. You are just working.
Yeah.
Then when I have my last baby, she was a surprise baby, I say I cannot do this to her what I did with
Too many hours.
Too many hours.
Right.
And employers. and that. You don't close the door at the restaurant and go home and relax. No, you close the door and go home and make invoices and hey, let me order this. It's 24 hours a day.
Right.
You cannot do that when you have a family.
Right.
And for me, family is first.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Then we decide to sell because I want to spend time with my little one. And
that must have been a big, hard decision, right?
I was very, very. I went to a grieving process. I need to do my grieving stuff for 6 months after I closed, because it was like a baby for me.
Yeah,
you know,
probably pretty sad.
Yes, I was very sad to sell, but was a good decision. I still miss it sometimes, yes, but was a very good decision.
Could there have been an opportunity where maybe you could have hired another chef to go in there and run it, and then you're just kind of like a silent boss? Like, was that ever an option, or you just like, no, I can't?
No, my name was on the door, and the quality, like, I want the quality of the food to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist, you can say it, like, need to be perfect.
Right.
And I know this is one of my biggest challenges, why everything need to be perfect, you know, but chefs sometimes are like that, you know, I mean, like we
are kind of controlling.
No.
I'm saying when it comes to the food.
When it comes to the food, yes, we like, and everything need to be the same size, and like, you know.
Consistency.
Yes. You cannot change the recipe need to be the same.
When you had the restaurant, how many staff, how many cooks, how many staff did you have?
I have was me and my sous chef and the lady, like 3 in the kitchen, and outside we were 5 or 6, depending on the season and how busy we were.
The other ones in the kitchen, were they Romanian?
No.
Okay.
Robin was he's American.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you just kind of trained, hey, this is how I want it done?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Was that hard to train and kind of get them to understand?
Until I found him, Robin, was very hard to find somebody to say, I want my recipe like this. I want,
right.
You know.
You have to have a lot of patience for that.
I have a lot of patience. I have 4 kids. You need to have a lot of patience.
Sure.
It's patience come with, you know, being a mom. Sometimes chefs, they think they are gods, you know, and don't forget we are like everybody else.
Sure.
Then when you let that at the door, your ego, and you start working and be a leader, not a boss, because that it's a secret. Being a leader, show people.
Yeah.
Don't say, do this. No, it's not the way how it's working.
Okay.
You know.
But did he take well to all your direction?
Sometime.
Okay.
He was older than me, and but every problem we have, we talk it through and we resolve it. You don't just keep problem, you know, there and you hide them. You need to affront them and talk about.
Because just because some people, they might know how to cook or they might know their job, but they're not always good teachers to teach someone, hey, this is how I want it done. They're just not good communicators. But I have a good feeling you were probably very good at that.
Thank you. No, I'm a good leader. And it's what, look there. Look.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah, that is a hawk.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm a gardener too.
Okay.
I'm part of the tropical gardening club.
Nice.
Here in Naples, of the native plants. Yes, I'm doing a lot of stuff, not just a chef.
So talk to me about the transition coming out of the restaurant. You reached out to me a couple times about, how do I charge? How do I do this with these dinners? I kind of gave you a little advice, but
exactly.
It was hard for me to kind of give you the steady answer because you are someone who's starting where you're going to have to take lower paying jobs, take whatever work you can get because you have to get your name out there. So talk to me about how you got your name out there and how you got started going out of the restaurant.
Like after I left the restaurant, when I have the restaurant, we have an email list.
Okay.
Like every customer who comes in the restaurant, they make
like a book at the door, like a welcome
and
book.
Who want to leave the email.
Book comments.
Then I left the restaurant with more than 2,000 emails.
Okay.
And I just send the email to everybody.
Smart. That's a good idea.
Yes, and saying I sold the restaurant, but
this is what I'm doing now.
It's what I'm doing now. And plus, before we sell, I called Tim Atim from Into Know at the newspaper.
Okay.
I'm sure you know him.
Yeah.
And I told him we are selling, and he wrote a beautiful, beautiful article about us.
Nice.
Then it's how I did it, you know.
Okay. But what was that like starting? Like, how did your first couple jobs, how'd that go down? I mean, it's a big difference going from a restaurant to going into people's houses.
I know, but I'm a person. I love to talk. I love to teach.
Yeah.
And when I do my catering jobs, in the same time, I'm teaching what I know. I teach nutrition. I'm a certificate nutritionist too for Cornell.
I didn't know that. That's great.
Yes, for Cornell University.
Okay.
Then it's what I like to do. I like the people to understand it's a better way in life, a healthier way. And if your health is good, your life is much better. Like my logo, my motto is eat healthy, live happy, you know, because I believe food is medicine. Pays farmers, not the pharmacists, you know. Like, it's the way I am.
Yeah.
The hawk is still there. I'm impressed.
With your work, what areas would you say primarily you're getting calls? Like, how far will you go? What areas are you working?
Just in Southwest Florida.
Okay.
I don't go farther.
As far north, though, how far north would you go? Would you go to Fort Myers? Or
I do weddings in Sarasota too.
Oh,
weddings,
okay.
party. Yes, I go to Sarasota sometime too.
Okay.
But and Miami too.
Sometimes you go to Miami? Okay.
Fort Lauderdale. I have customer in Miami. I have friends.
Yeah.
My only problem is I'm not a person who like to post stuff in my Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
Actually,
Why not?
I'm very private. I'm.
But you should be able to show your work.
I know.
You don't have to show yourself at the beach.
I
I'm
know.
saying show your work.
I'm silly that way, you know, because everything is so much, like, I'm private. Dan, it's
just the way it is.
It's the way I am, you know.
See, I use I think social media. People when I first started were like, you got to do more of this, you got to do more posting, you got to show more stuff, and I was kind of the mind of I think it's kind of fake, you know. It's like it's just silly stuff. It's not going to bring in any work. And after so many years of doing it, I do get work. You know what I mean? Like more people that see you and they're like, this guy's busy. Something's going on here. So I'll get random people and just say, hey, I follow you. And I just want to let you know I've seen your work and I want to hire you for this or that. And then, you know, we come up with a price point they're comfortable with and it's worked out. So if I could tell you it does work, so don't be afraid to post your food that might equal some kind of future work.
I hire a marketing person.
Okay.
She's going to take care of that because she's good what she's doing.
Okay.
Her name is Monica Garcia, and she's wonderful. And now she's going to take care of that. Like this, I wash my hands or something. Like, if I'm not comfortable doing that and take me too long to do something, I hire somebody else to do it.
Sure,
you know?
sure.
Let's figure out a different way.
Like with what I post, it's not to have like oh, this dish looks the perfect lighting. Everything looks so perfect. My thing is more about you could pretty much see I'm in a different house every day. Mm-hmm. So you want to prove, like, if anyone's like, how do I know you're good? Or how do I know your food's good? Or, you know, how do I know you're the right chef for me? And I'll be like, you can go on my social media, go look at my Facebook, go see the houses, go see the people smiling, go see the food, and then you decide. Let me know, and you can find me. So I think like that's kind of a source of reference if they're not sure about you. And then also you can go to Yelp. Luckily, I'm #1 on Yelp, you know, highest reviewed, and stuff like that will help and kind of grow your social media and your viewing.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you know, don't be afraid to try a different avenue, but it sounds like you're going to try it either way.
Yeah, exactly. Like yesterday I have a meeting with her from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like was a long meeting. Then she's going to take care of that now.
Okay.
And I'm more comfortable because she knows what she's doing.
Right.
Excuse me. Then it's work better for me. Like I use my time in a different way if I'm not comfortable with something.
Sure.
And asking for help, it's wonderful. You
Right.
know, we all need to learn to ask for help.
Sure.
Yeah.
And like with your cooking, what is the smallest and what is the largest groups you'll cook for?
Like the smallest, depending if it's a cooking class, I can do like 6 people,
Okay.
but it's very, very private. But the largest, I have 150 people.
Wow.
I don't have problem doing that.
Yeah.
Like I used to have the restaurant every night, 100 people,
Yeah.
you know, and sometime I was in the kitchen by myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
But on a party like that, 150, do you have a couple people you bring with you?
I bring the bartenders, the waiters,
And
somebody
these are
to
from
help.
your old restaurant
Ye-
or different people?
Some from my old restaurant, they still
Okay.
help me, and some are different. You know,
Okay.
people. I'm having next. I have a big event, Naples Pride,
Okay.
on June 4th, and then I have people coming to help me because that is huge.
How many people will that be if you had to guess?
I don't know. It's 2 years they don't have a pride. Then I think before COVID happened, I think the last time was like 4,000 people. Mm-hmm. Then this time is going to be huge because it's people want to get out and do stuff.
Sure.
They miss doing stuff. Then you know it's going to be huge, a huge event. Then yeah.
Now, speaking of COVID, were you actually working during that time period when it started? Like, how did you handle COVID?
When started was kind of shock.
It was like 2020.
Yes, because all of a sudden, all the party, they get canceled.
Same here. That's what happened to me.
But like huge party, I have 70 people, 125, like huge big party. And they just start calling me days and days. I say, wow, what is
happening?
this? What
Yeah.
is happening? And in the beginning, I kind of was scared because I say how I'm going to provide for my family. Actually, my husband provide for the family,
Right.
and that teach me something else.
Yeah.
I'm not a single mom anymore. I have a partner, a husband, and I can let him provide sometime because, you know, it's
Right.
I'm not alone anymore.
Right,
And
right.
that, like, I think COVID teach us a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, teach me a lot. Teach me to relax more in life, to be more present, to let my husband to provide, to, you know, all that kind of stuff. I did a lot of gardening with my little one.
Family activities.
Families activities,
Right.
yes. We have a huge land. We have 2.5 acres, and I plant a lot of fruit trees and a lot of herbs, and a lot of come from my own garden. A lot of my stuff, you know. Then
But when COVID was going on, were you actually working, or did you kind of just take a break and
No,
say, I want to get through this and not work?
but it was impossible to work because nobody want you to work.
See, I got busier. For me, it doubled. See, what happened was everybody that knew me locally, they didn't want to eat out of a to-go box or get to-go food. They're like, you come cook for us if you're healthy, you don't have a fever, you could smell, taste. So I had a surge. COVID actually helped my business.
Oh, okay.
I was busy already, but this pushed me into a whole nother level. I mean, pretty much like for a month, maybe 2 or 3 days off. That's it. So what happened was when they shut down the restaurants for a little bit, they opened up. Still, the rentals were able to function. It was like to-go food only. So the people would come down, rent the house, and they'd have me come because they didn't want to leave the house. They didn't want to be around a bunch of strangers in a crowded place or whatever. They'd rather be comfortable with their family indoors. And I had families that, you just wear the mask. I've had people that had a physician with them that I do the swab test before I walked in the house. So I had all that happen.
Oh, okay.
But, I just got through it, and I'm still having effects of it that I'm still very busy because of it. If they were like older, maybe 70s, they weren't going to take the chance to go out to Florida here and go out to eat or anything like that. So being a private chef was a very good time. So I don't know. I mean, maybe with your thing, you were trying to do larger groups, and maybe that's why you were affected. Where mine, they were like less than 10 people, small groups.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So maybe that's why the larger ones canceled. Because, I had cancellations too, but that only lasted for maybe 2 weeks. And then people were like, well, we got to live. We got to eat. So it's like, we're not going to go get McDonald's to eat. You know what I mean?
No.
They're not going to live like that. If they have the money, they're going to have the chef come.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. Like, I think COVID taught us a lot. I mean, I was a little bit more available during the daytime where we just did like a lot of swimming with my daughter and, kind of taught my daughter how to swim that whole time and, get little things done around the house.
Yes.
But then again, I mean, I learned a lot about your health. You got to stay healthy because what are we as people if we're not healthy? You can't work, you can't do anything.
But that is the secret, to be healthy, eat healthy, and don't, like, I read every label. When I buy
What's the ingredients and what you're about to eat?
And the fruit too. If I buy something, I read if it's a GMO or non-GMO. Like, I look at everything because, I want to stay a healthy person for a long time. I'm almost 49. I don't take any medication. I never did. Just when I have some problem.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you, with what you got going on, is there anything you want to talk about as far as your business or advertising? Because I want to get you out of here. Is there anything you want to talk about as far as your website or anything?
Yes, the website it's on right now. And I have a new website coming on. Like these people can buy the pasta and my products from the website, and I'm working on that.
What is the address? Do you have it? Do you know what the website will be called?
It's just chefdaniela.com.
There you go.
Yes.
That's it.
Going to be the same
Sounds
website.
Great.
The same. Yes. No.
So besides selling that, is that pretty much?
I do catering. Yes, I still continue to do catering and selling from my website. And I'm learning to grow my own mushroom. I'm going the mushroom business. Then it's a lot going on, and I just love everything, every aspect of my life.
Well, I'm really happy for you. It sounds like you got a lot of positive things coming your way and a lot of things to look forward to, and I just want to thank you for coming on today.
Thank you.
Thank
you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Good seeing you, and you have a great day.
Good luck too.
Thank you.
With everything. Thank you, Dave.
Take care.